Today we do a special challenge in this rainbow room in Super Mario 3D World by filling it up with Goombas and baseballs. There are normally 2 baseballs and 2 Goombas in this room, and this becomes surprisingly satisfying when we add more and more baseballs. You might know that you get a green star if you light up every single tile in this room. You can either step on the tiles or have something like a baseball land on the tiles, or you can ground pound and activate a bunch of nearby tiles. I stacked up 99 baseballs all on the same spot, and this happened. So here we have 99 baseballs on the same spot. Let's see what happens if we walk into this. Okay. Oh my goodness! Look at them just pouring out like that! Oh man, the way they're bouncing around is pretty cool. Wow, they're filling up a bit of space over here. Okay, let's try to go somewhere safe. Wow. This is not at all what I expected. Yeah, they filled up all of the colors down there. Hold on, can any of them come up here? I don't know if they'll be able to make it up here. Oh, they're starting to make it up here. One of them made it up here so far. Will they keep bouncing like this forever? What is going to happen? How high can they go? Will they ever calm down? As these baseballs start to spread out, this might make you think of random popcorn popping in the microwave, or electrons getting energy and getting excited, moving up into the next energy level and coming back down. I have a question for you right now. Do you think that these baseballs could light up every single tile in this room here if we don't move Mario anymore? You can leave your answer in a comment or just think it to yourself, because I was really curious about this. I wanted to see if you could actually get all of the tiles to light up without moving after you hit the baseballs. So do you think the baseballs can reach the top step if I don't move Mario anymore? And I want you to do something quickly here now that the baseballs are more spread out. Keep your eye on one specific baseball. You can pick any ball and see if it ever completely comes to a stop. And if it does, see if it can start moving again. At first, I was thinking that maybe the baseballs wouldn't be able to make it up all the way to the top step unless I gave the level an infinite amount of time and I left the game running for a very long time. But I decided to leave the game running like this for now, just to see how close we can get to the top step before time runs out. You start seeing some baseballs make it up onto the first step, and then they'd fall off, then they'd make it back again, then fall off again, sometimes making it up onto the next step. Mario sometimes automatically kicks a baseball or gets pushed back by a baseball if they get close enough to him. You might be wondering if these baseballs will ever settle down and stop bouncing around. And because of how many of them there are, and some baseballs being re-triggered once they collide with Mario, it actually seems like there are too many baseballs for this system to ever completely come to rest. Even if some areas might look like they're calming down, all it takes is one baseball to go over there for all of them to start bouncing again. So after a few minutes of this, with enough chances for baseballs to reach the third step enough times, we eventually get this to happen. Okay, only one more step to go! Only one more step to go! Can we make it? Can we make it? That is the question. Oh man, this is getting so intense. I haven't moved Mario since we did a rolling long jump into the baseballs. So I'm actually very surprised. It's so weird that this system isn't running out of energy, and I think it's because every time you bonk into a baseball, or a baseball bonks into another baseball, it gives it the same boost as if you first ran into it. So let's see, it's quite possible, I think, that we'll reach the top step. Can we do it before time runs out? That is the question. I should have given this level infinite time. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The baseballs actually did it. The baseballs went up to the top step. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. I thought that I would have to add infinite time to the level and that maybe we'd be able to get it after like a few hours or much longer than this, but I'm surprised that we were actually able to get it. A baseball made it up all the way to the top step, and all we had to do was roll into the very first baseball to get things moving, and since then I haven't touched the controller. The baseballs finally made it up to the top step. They activated every single tile in the room, and we got the green star. So the original room has 2 Goombas and 2 baseballs. What if we made it 99 Goombas and 2 baseballs? Do you think 2 baseballs are enough to defeat all of these Goombas? Well, perhaps surprisingly, just 2 baseballs aren't that effective, since they don't keep bouncing around the way that they normally do when there are lots of baseballs in the room. As fun as it is to fill up a Mario level full of enemies, First, what? We're going to need some more firepower if we want to take out these Goombas with just baseballs. Before we add more baseballs to this room though, you might know this secret. If you step onto these tiles here, then there is a special switch in the game that defeats all of the Goombas when every rainbow panel in the room is activated. So when a Goomba finally steps onto the final panel in the corner, that actually makes all the Goombas explode into a big cloud of smoke as the green star appears for Mario. All of the other Goombas must have been pretty upset at that one Goomba that stepped onto the final tile that defeated them all. But Mario did have to go up onto the higher steps because the Goombas couldn't get that high, so Mario is partially responsible for this. Fun fact, even though it looks like there are only 2 baseballs in this room in the normal game, the game's code shows us that there's actually a 3rd baseball in this level over here, randomly floating outside the room, and this is in both the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch versions of the game. And let's have a very wild battle over here. On this one spot right here, there are 99 baseballs waiting to be dropped down onto the expanding 99 Goombas. Just look at their blank faces, they do not know what is coming. All we have to do is have Mario jump or walk into these baseballs to release them down on the Goombas. And if you like experiments like this, you might like some of my other videos. I love doing stuff like this on my channel. At first, it's a little slow. Then it starts to pick up some speed. And when the baseballs finally start going wild, there is no stopping this force. The Goombas along the far edges of the walls can't escape the wrath of these bouncing balls. There's a mini game in many Mario Party games called Bumper Balls, but this gives a whole new meaning to the words Bumper Balls.
Alright, Mario, are you ready? We've got a lot of baseballs to drop out of these Goombas that we corded up. Are you ready, Sergeant Mario?
Let's go! Yahoo! Wahoo! Whee! That's what you get for taking my spaghetti and my princess. Yahoo!
Mario, why are we crashing the Goombas?
At 199 baseballs, this main central area looks a lot more dense, and it's funny that even though the game is laggy here, the game is still laggy even when you leave, because when you come back into this pipe, the madness is still continuing here. These baseballs are still bouncing around even when you're not in the room. At 399 baseballs, the game gets even laggier, and you can see the baseballs pour out from the initial spot like a fountain. Mostly pouring out in one direction and then mostly pouring out another way before it starts to become very chaotic and it almost looks like it becomes a life form of its own. At 500 baseballs, when Mario first enters this room through the pipe, it's very laggy, he enters very slowly, and I thought the camera would be messed up, but it was fine. My biggest surprise was that the game didn't crash yet, but if we try to go higher again, the game does crash. I wanted to make this video because I had a past video where I accidentally duplicated a few baseballs and Goombas in this room, and the result looked really cool, so I wanted to see how far we could take it. And you might enjoy that video if you like this one. It's about adding custom green stars to Super Mario 3D World. So thank you so much for watching. I hope the rest of your day is a very fantastic one. And take care, everybody.